Gods of Thunder are as old as stories the people tell. From wrathful destroyers, leaders of pantheons, defenders of the human race. Storms have always held a powerful place in human consciousness, so it's only natural they would show up in video games one day. Well, name me one more iconic than Raiden.
That are alive, you're coming with me.
ZX Thunderman Commodore 128 and 64. I hit the floor, I hit the shore. Got gaming skills from days of yore. I close the deck, computer rolls, play until my hands are sore.
For as long as the clumsy mess of a badass cultural misunderstanding that is Mortal Kombat has existed, so has Raiden. He premiered in the very first Mortal Kombat game, colloquially known as the Lightning Guy with the Hat. All of Raiden's core DNA was indeed right there. The teleport, the lightning bolt, the flying tackle. Even the finisher where he fries the other guy into a skeleton. And then they burst into 3 skulls, 8 rib cages, and 6 femurs. It was awesome. Now, let's not mince words here. Raiden is a god. Very loosely based on the Japanese god Raiden. However, his more recent depictions have hinted that he is all of the more protective thunder deities in the world. Case in point, Nightwolf has referred to him as Huoka, a thunder deity of Lakota myth. Throughout the narrative of Mortal Kombat, if you can call it that, Raiden has been an advocate for Earthrealm, an ally to most of humanity, and in particular, the White Lotus Society of Monks and Earth's Special Forces. While an active combatant in most Mortal Kombat tournaments, Raiden has paid a hefty price for his loyalty to humanity. Despite his title of God, Raiden has bosses to answer to, namely, the Elder Gods. See, Lightning Daddy over here has been keeping our asses safe for a very long time. It all started with an Elder God named Shinnok. Shinnok thought, well, why do I need to share the title of Elder God? And moved to betray the other Elder Gods. Raiden was elected champion to take Shinnok down, and with his 6 skills in Nanchuan, Judo, Taekwondo, and Jujutsu, Shinnok was banished to the Netherrealm. This would probably be the last time the Elder Gods are any kind of helpful in this timeline. While it was frowned upon by his bosses, Raiden maintained vigil over Earthrealm, endorsing and supporting Earthrealm's champions over the subsequent 9 Mortal Kombat tournaments that followed. Unfortunately, Earthrealm would lose those tournaments, and with one more loss, Earthrealm would be absorbed by the conquering Outworld dimension. Raiden worked overtime during the lead-up to the tournaments, nudging the humans of Earthrealm to give it their best chance of winning. This included the endorsement of the Shaolin monk Liu Kang from the White Lotus Society, bringing the tournament to the attention of the Special Forces so Sonya Blade could join, and even making sure action movie star Johnny Cage got an invitation. Not all of Raiden's plans went well, though, as some, like Bi-Han, the first Sub-Zero of the Lin Kuei assassins, stole the amulet of Shinnok in spite of Raiden's warnings before joining the tournament. Finally, the leader of the criminal group, the Black Dragons, named Kano, managed to secure a spot in the tournament as a wild card. With so much to lose, and a personal invitation from the scheming sorcerer Shang Tsung, Raiden personally entered the tournament himself, directly going against the non-interference attitude of the Elder Gods. Liu Kang was able to win the tournament, stopping the destruction of Earthrealm and winning Raiden a few new allies. The second tournament, in Mortal Kombat 2, was basically Outworld going, "Nuh-uh, you didn't win, rematch!" and demanding a rematch right away after taking hostages from Earthrealm's combatants. Raiden would once again participate in this tournament, now not just fighting for Earthrealm, but the friends he had made in the last tournament. Liu Kang was able to pull out another win, and saved Earthrealm again. So, the ruler of Outworld, Shao Kahn, said, "You know what? Fuck the tournaments!" Man, what a sore loser. This marked the start of the events of Mortal Kombat 3, with the invasion of Earthrealm. After going against the Elder Gods, not once, but twice, the Elder Gods got pissy and took Raiden's godhood away. in the middle of an invasion. Not cool, guys. But Raiden had faith in humanity, and most of all, faith in Liu Kang. And that was not misplaced. And his Shaolin homeboy pulled 3-0 for Earthrealm, reversing the absorption into Outworld and saving it once again. But the cost was very high. There were massive civilian casualties, souls of innocents damned to all sorts of places. Even some combatants were killed. Seeing the state of Earthrealm, the Elder Gods kind of went, yeah, you're right, we're sorry, and gave Raiden his godhood back. And boy, was he going to need it. See, with Earthrealm in shambles and brought to its knees by the relentless attacks from Outworld, it was vulnerable to attacks from other realms as well. You remember that heist I mentioned earlier? The one the first Sub-Zero pulled?
Rip, by the way.
Well, the guy who hired Subs was none other than the necromancer Quan Chi, leader of the Brotherhood of Shadows, and servant to Shinnok. Yes, that's Shinnok. He's back, baby! And now was the perfect time to rage against Earthrealm and the Elder Gods. Shinnok actually killed quite a few of Raiden's peers amongst his godly brethren, when things were looking grim. But wait, who's that? It's Liu Kang! It's Liu Kang with the steel chair, my god! Excuse me. After this attack and narrow win by the forces of Earthrealm, again, Raiden was actually promoted by the Elder Gods to become an Elder God himself, and his Defender of Earthrealm role was passed to his buddy and all-around cool guy, Fujin. I mean, that's great, right? Earthrealm finally has a proper Elder God looking out for it, right? Things are gonna be cool now, right? Oh. No. After the defeat of both of their masters, both Shang Tsung and Quan Chi looked at each other and said, hey, we can do a better job than that. And they proved that point by murdering Liu Kang. And though Raiden had stepped in to help humans in the past, and it was a bit of a no-no before his promotion, it was downright not an option as an Elder God. He just could not manifest on Earthrealm anymore. Together, Shang and Quan formed the Deadly Alliance and painted the town red as they conquered Earthrealm step by step. In the last moments before Earthrealm was taken over by the Deadly Alliance, Raiden renounced his status as an Elder God and called out Shang Ti and Quan Si to one last throwdown. Raiden put up a good fight, but if you play any D&D as much as I do, you know that spellcasters are busted, and Raiden was fighting two of the best spellslingers on Earthrealm, if not all of reality. But before the duo could put the Thunder God down for good, Onaga the Dragon King is a tyrant from ancient times that ruled Outworld before he was booted out by Shao Kahn. This might seem out of left field, kinda cause it is, because this one guy named Shujinko basically spent his entire life getting duped into resurrecting the Dragon King, so he's back. Point is, Onaga is a big problem, to the point where Raiden, Shang Tsung, and Quan Chi all recognize the big guy and stopped trying to kill each other in favor of trying to kill him. And it didn't work. In a desperate play for time, Raiden blew himself up.
He got better.
And this only slowed Onaga down. With the return of Onaga, the outrageous success of the Deadly Alliance, the downright apathy of the Elder Gods, and most of all, the death of his champion, his student, his friend, Liu Kang, something inside Raiden broke. The once wise and patient God of Thunder became brutal and ruthless. When he learned Shujinko was accidentally responsible for the release of Onaga, Raiden tried to kill him on the spot. Gone were the days of the subtle and valiant protector. Raiden would now crush anyone who threatened Earthrealm, no matter the cost, old alliances be damned. And he started this new era of guardianship by raising Liu Kang from his grave as a soulless zombie. With this revenant Liu Kang bound to his will, Raiden began attacking anyone and everyone who might be a threat to Earthrealm, and this attitude quickly slipped into a totalitarian view on what was or was not a threat. Raiden had officially lost it. In the final days of this timeline, the Pyramid of Argus appeared. The Pyramid of Argus is an ancient structure, allowing whoever defeated its guardian, Blaze, to rewrite reality. Raiden did the unthinkable and cut a deal with the tyrannical ruler of Outworld. Raiden cut a deal with Shao Kahn. The deal was this. Shao Kahn promised to conquer every realm but Earthrealm. And all Raiden had to do was kill one man named Taven. Raiden accepted, but he failed to kill Taven. In the final battle at the Pyramid of Argus, Raiden mixed it up with Shinnok, and apparently put down the rebellious Elder God for good. In the end, there were only two left standing at the top of the pyramid, Raiden and Shao Kahn. And Shao Kahn had a hammer. Before Raiden was finally struck down by the conqueror of reality, he did what he does best. He pulled a truly desperate move and hoped for the best. He used his amulet as a focus to send a message to his past self. He must win. And that's where I'm going to end this week's episode. With the divergence of timelines and the amount of detail the new games go into, I'm going to have to turn major Mortal Kombat characters into two-parters. And let's be real, there is no more major player than Raiden. From a noble bulwark for Earthrealm to a ruthless sentinel, Raiden has always been a standout in the original timeline, a powerful presence and a force to be reckoned with. Raiden was definitely way more than just the guy in the hat. Thank you for tuning into Beef Snake Nerdcast. I have been Bolter, Defender of Earthrealm. If you enjoy this, please follow me on the socials for more wisdom. Like and subscribe to become my champions, and hit that bell to test your might. Please join me next time when we speak of the creature Elec, cruel warlord of the deep. We await your return, warrior.
Foresight.
Foresight.